We're back with another team match today on Schmoedown, and it's another one of these team matches that make us do the Tim Allen. Founding Fathers versus the Wildberries. Sure, why the hell not? Today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. So, yeah, this match is a match. if you thought about potential upcoming matches that the Founding Fathers would have leading into their match with Double Toasted at Schmoedown Houston, this would not have been my first choice. That's for sure. Seems like it's an opportunity for a tune-up match, if we can call it that. Now, I shouldn't completely discredit the Wildberries. They do have a couple wins. They beat the Kingsmen, so that's pretty good. They beat the Real Rejects at the first live event, or first Schmoedown live event in LA. There's been a couple Schmoedown live events, so I rephrased that. Yeah, I don't think those teams are quite on the level of a John Roca or Dan Murrell, but yeah, I guess anything can happen in Schmoedown. So as far as who I think is going to win, well, we all know who I think is going to win. As far as what I think is going to happen, hot take, unpopular opinion, I'm sure. I think the Wildberries are done when this match is over. I have nothing to back this up on. Just call this a hunch. Just based on everything that we have seen so far in the teams division so far this season, it seems like all these mid-tier teams have been getting split up for split's sake. The World's Finest and the Harris Brothers are now the way of the dodo. I've been on record ever since that happened that we knew this Wildberries match was coming up. We knew it was drawing near. And based on everything that we've seen from teams that have been losing lately, I went out right then and there, and I was like, the Wildberries, let's see if Schmoedown's got some balls. Let's see if they're going to split up probably their most popular team in the last 2 years. Is it going to happen? Probably unlikely, but with the trend that's been happening so far this year, it would not surprise me whatsoever. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into this match as we move over. And here's to a good match. In 3, 2, and 1.
No, I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a minute. I have to have a conversation with Stacy's new partner.
Oh, are they finally going to reveal her partner? I mean, I finally can just talk about it?
I am excited for this.
Hey, Grace.
Hey.
I was really looking forward to finishing that conversation we were having. You know, before free-for-all.
I'm sorry, what conversation?
What? What? You told me that I was coming into corruption, that Mike was going to be out, and I was going to be the new leader of corruption. That's what you said. You said I was a future star of this league, and that you were pulling me in to take his spot. You don't remember?
It's so weird. It's just not ringing any bells. I just don't.
I can't believe this. I betrayed my best friend for you guys.
Sorry, I just don't think that happened.
But you said I was going to be the new leader of corruption. You looked at me and said those words.
Oh, no. We have a leader, honey.
Hey, I know that guy. I think I have a profile picture with him.
What a wonderful day. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you again. Oh, how's Wednesday? Nice fella, right?
What is wrong with you people? What? I betrayed my best friend for you.
That's sad.
You guys are broken. You're broken. You're just, I don't even know. This is, you know what? You haven't seen the last of me.
Okay. Oh no. Sure thing, baby. Oh,
I thought he was
poor
gonna take his
thing.
shirt off again.
I mean, he's a sweet guy. Poor thing. He can't help himself.
I got some. You still there? Yeah. We need a little somebody to take care of. Hold on a second. I got someone I want you to speak to.
Hello? Hi. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you and Stacy. We can't wait.
Oh, still haven't revealed it. You mean I'm gonna have to wait even longer now? I want to talk about it already. Founding Father versus... That says Wildberries. I'm guessing that was a typo. I guess I'll have to tell them that. Hope they figured that out or found that out.
What a match we have. I'm Christian Arloff, joined by the pit boss, Ken Napzok.
I'm so happy to be here with
Now,
you. This is a match that
about that opening scene,
of this game, and I just don't know which
if
way
you've
this
heard
is
my
gonna go.
opinion about the World's Finest
It is
thing,
crazy because I think
I said I was not the
always
biggest fan of them
think
splitting
right
up,
away, because the Wildberries will have the Wildberries
simply
will
just
have
because
Fox.
everything
People will be like,
seemed
well,
to
that should
have
be a
gone
shield for the
exactly the
Fox. Well,
opposite
we've
of
heard
what
that
they
before
wanted.
many times. We heard that at the collision last year. We heard it with JT and Bibiani.
The
We've
free
heard it
for all obviously
many
didn't help
times that when
Eric.
someone's supposed to win, that it
Winston's
just goes
first
a different
Intergeekdom
direction,
match
and
didn't
the
help him.
Wildberries are wild.
I
Even
was
though
on
they're coming
record.
in
I thought it
today
was going to
again
hurt
as the
both of them.
Wildberries. Did you know that?
I saw
It
this
looks like
name
they're just going to
change.
retcon
I
it
know Josh
and just
has
get
seen
them back
the corner
together.
in his life,
And
found the old gods in
I'm
the
all
room.
for
He
it.
now,
Please.
recently shared a hotel room
Please get
with them, and in the morning he said, "You mind
retcon one of these good entertaining
and
teams.
It was a different Josh, so
Yeah.
we'll see what that does.
Look, the Wildberries, excuse me,
Yeah.
are the ranked 10 team. They are 2-3. They have
just
won
said
two matches
Wildberries.
before. They got bounced out of the tournament early, but
That
they
wasn't a
are
typo.
very good
Was it?
competitors. We've seen what Wildman has done in the past. We've seen what Dewberry has done in the past, but they are going against
Oh, dear God.
arguably Mount Rushmore players in the outlaw John Roca, the former two-time singles champion, and the current singles champion, his partner, the three-time champion, Dangerous Dan Murray.
I was almost in the picture. They cut me. They cut it off as soon as I was about to be in the picture.
There's no denying
Drat.
that we call Mount Rushmore players. I absolutely would put them up there on that list. If it's a tough list though, but they're there for sure. Dan, we know what Dan can do. We know what he wants. He's a competitor. He's a sweet guy. I've had a romantic walk around town in New York with him. He's a sweet guy, but he's a
Romantic
fierce
walk
competitor.
around
Roca,
town.
He's not just a persona. He is here. What you see is what you get from this intense competitor. He wants this.
It's
What
very
you
true.
need
That's
and
the
what
thing.
you
We know
get
also-
and
we
what
know
you
that
need
May
is what
18th,
you
We
got.
know that the Founding Fathers are going to Houston against Double Toasted. We know that that's going to happen. That's locked into the books. So it is. There's a lot on the line here too, because you don't want to go into Houston 1 and 2. But Ken, I got to tell you, as the manager of corruption or co-manager, excuse me, to Grace there, I think that the Founding Fathers have corruption on the brain. Is that going to hurt them?
Yeah, here's where, I try to keep up my standards as a broadcast journalist with you here, Christian, but we can't throw out the truth here, which is I believe the Founding Fathers are looking past the Wildberries because corruption
They
is
said it
in
again.
their brains
This
right
is
now.
real.
I don't know. You make some decisions
Oh,
based
Lord.
on, I'm sure you have a marketing
What
meeting
is
every
going
week,
on
what you
here?
want to do and who you're going to send to which town. I get it. But they're 1-1. They're 1-1, and you're sending them to the big time. Let's not let
You
their
think
histories.
corruption should be there?
I think corruption. I've never been to Houston. I heard they got good food. I want to
So
go.
this is about you guys.
Maybe, but I think.
No, it's more about
honestly,
him.
But you make your calls.
Not
You're a
about
great
them. It's
businessman.
more
I
about
trust what
him.
You got 1-1 though. Don't let their past cloud you from what they're doing
we'll
now,
see
and
what-
I think they're thinking that too.
We're going to see what happens today, and there's a lot of words said between both teams. Here we go.
This ought to be interesting.
Well, Josh,
Hey, Elliot.
here we are again at the movie trivia Schmoedown.
We sure are.
Oh,
Danny Boy. Danny Boy, you can hear the song, you know the song, you hear it. We're back again. We took a little bit of a break, and now we are back. It's 2019. I got a new hat. I'm a new outlaw. You are a new man, a three-time champion. Are you ready?
Of course I'm ready, John. I'm always ready to play this game. You start looking down the road, sometimes you miss what's right in front of you. So today, we're worried about the Wildberries, and that's the only thing we're worried about.
A lot of people coming at us saying,
That's
hey,
not what they are.
Wildberries, stop being so mild and win a few matches. And we think to ourselves, we're 2-3. We've won some matches.
I don't need to raise my voice about that. The record speaks for itself.
Let me tell you what else speaks for itself. This lovely 2009 shard I've been partaking in, and I believe is that a cab?
It's a 2017 cab.
2017
not
cab?
quite as ripe as the shard you got there, but
The aroma coming from your cab right now is quintessential mild berries.
John, we've been playing this game for a long time, but we haven't been playing as a team for a very long time. We played 2 matches. We did great in 1 match. We got all the way to the end of the other match. You know what? That's on me, John. I was the guy that couldn't get it written down in time. Maybe if I gotten that written down, we could win that match. We'd be 2-0. But it doesn't matter. I know that the teams division thinks that they know what we can do. They know what we're capable of. They don't know, John. We've only played 2 games, and our best play is ahead of us.
Everybody thinks this is what mild berries have no chance of winning this match. But I got to tell you,
Correct.
in my history, I have seen Dan Murrell lose. I have seen John Roca lose.
very sad.
I have almost beat John Roca, and when I say almost, I believe I was robbed of the crown by people that didn't really appreciate the mild man.
Yeah, and you know, I've played Makuga before.
The
It was
mild man.
Early on in the Schmoedown, only beat him by 1 point. That is not a guy to look past. Elliot, you don't know what you get in Elliot when he comes through the door, so who knows if they're going
booze.
to bring their A game.
Team Wildberries taking on these founding fathers. They call themselves the founding fathers. I'd like to point out, I was one of the original competitors in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, and you could call me a sort of founding father, I guess.
That would be fair. It's actually not very cool that they took that title for themselves.
I agree. I agree.
It's a bit exclusionary.
Yeah, you know what I said when Dan lost Andrew? I said an angry Dan is a dangerous Dan. Now you go ×2. An angry Dan and an angry Roca is a dangerous team. And now that we've found our rhythm, everybody in the tag team division should be super afraid about what we're bringing to the table, because you know what we do. What we do is go for belts and go for titles. Either way, we've got fish to fry, 1 match at a time, but we want team corruption. That's the goal. So we have to take care of business today so we can take care of business in Houston and then take care of business against Team Karai Baby.
Founding fathers, I see you're very earnestly gunning for this win.
I like your hats. They're very nice.
Great hats all around. Not really my style.
Not at all.
If I have to be honest.
Not your style.
No, not at all.
Wildberries, I know you have fun playing the game. Everybody knows you have fun playing the game. You know what? We have fun playing the game too, but we also take the game very seriously, and we're not just out there to have a good time. We're out there to win.
That's right. That's what we do. We win. Look, Wildberries, you're going to bring it. I know you are. I'm looking forward to this.
Gonna bring
match.
the beer
We're not looking past
and
you.
the booze.
It's going to take all our efforts to come get you. But you know, they call us the Horsemen for a reason. That's because when it's time to ride, that's what we do. We take care of business.
So let's have a real civil movie Schmoedown match today. Let's keep the voices. Let's keep it at our inside voices.
That's correct, because nothing quite says Mildberry like a mild victory.
I don't know what
You know,
in
it's
the
interesting
hell I
because
just
when you
saw,
look at-
but
it's true to where Dan Murrell, he made
that
a
was weird.
comeback last year, had a rough start, but obviously that rough
Weird.
start turned out into something spectacular because now here he is as the singles champion, and the way that he played in New York, if that Dan Murrell shows up today, look out, Wildberries, he probably could beat them by himself. But John Roca also had a great season. He won his second
See,
championship.
they don't even know what
Also
to call
former
him.
team champion.
I
So
am
these guys
so
together, when they hit
confused.
their rhythm, they haven't hit it yet. When they hit their rhythm, and I think it's just a matter of when, the league is going to be on notice, and the Wildberries are hoping, excuse me, again, the Wildberries are hoping it's
Yep.
not today.
They're hoping.
Wild
it's
and mild
just
and wild
a
and
little
mild.
bit of that luck. Let's see if it shows up here today.
All right, here we go. So notable accomplishments for the Wildberries.
Nothing.
They got
They're a
put
brand
into
new
a tournament,
team.
so that's an accomplishment. Played at the first live event and can drink anyone under the table is apparently an accomplishment.
Trust me, it's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
If you find yourself in a gutter in Seattle, you know you've had a good time with Josh McCouga.
All right, so you got the Founding Fathers. Between the two of them, they have 6 championships. That's right, 6 championships between the two of them. They have been playing in the league since the 2nd season. They also have many awards between teams and singles. They are legends of the game. All right, Ken, with that, are you ready to get going?
Sir, I am ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. What the hell is going to happen in this game?
Introducing first, with a record of 2 wins.
Oh no.
They are the number
No
10
more
ranked
beer, more booze, Wildberries, more Crown, more Jack. I guess they didn't renew the rights for the song. This is becoming just like Stacy's partner. I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Sir, good to see you. Good to see you again. Welcome, welcome.
Blazer, it's a nice blazer.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, absolutely. That's so nice.
That's very nice.
Can I get a bottle of 10-year-old Lefroy
Those
or
are the
Highland
guys
Park
you want
20?
to marry right there. Look at those.
I don't know about that.
Very mellow
You
tasting
know
whiskeys.
too much, too, but, it's good stuff. All right.
All right.
Lefroy, technically a peated whiskey,
That was just.
but who's complaining?
That was pleasant. That was pleasant.
All right.
Thank you for that reception. This is a 2009 Shard. Elliot's got a 2017 Cab Sav. If you guys are out there shopping at home and you want to drink like the Wildberries, drink like this.
And their opponents,
Good to know.
with a record of 1 win, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout. They are the number 8 ranked contender, representing
Boom, 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 boom.
the former team
Did we just go into
champion
Pocahontas or something?
the outlaw John Roca, and the reigning undisputed movie trivia
This is mashup to the max.
Dangerous Dan Murrow, the Founding Father. There's the champ.
Appreciate the effort. Yeah, and just the mashup's a little off. A valiant effort. It comes Jaws and Good and the Bad and the Ugly doesn't quite mix.
It is.
And I'd
Look at
like
that.
to say this music was designed specifically from a fan, and we will have that link on the bottom, so if you want to check that link out. And look at Dan placing the championship.
Another new entrance.
It does.
It's a very
It's a lovely belt you have there, Dan. What does that go with? Like a J. Crew blazer of a sort? Or?
I'm having it made, yeah.
It's a-
fantastic.
Garish for my taste.
It's interesting.
It's a bit.
I know
loud,
they
if
changed the
you will,
key
but,
up for the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Everybody's got their own style, Elliot. You know this.
That's right.
They get the same
So
key
as
for
they
Jaws,
sit
I
down,
guess.
I'd also like to say and give a note to everybody here too.
It's gonna
that
take some
all
time to
these
get used to.
contenders, I believe made their debut in season 2 of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Well, season 1 is available on audio right now on Schmoedown Classic. That's right. Go to Schmoedown Classic, download it, listen to it, get reintroduced into all these characters. Season 2 through season 5 will
Characters.
be on Schmoedown Classic. Get it today.
So you could say that no one at this table is technically a founding father.
Wow. Dewberry
I would
coming
like
in.
to technically agree with that. As I was one of the first original competitors in the
that's
first
right.
final of the movie trivia.
I'm
Schmoedown,
sorry,
the Ultimate,
Josh
yeah.
actually debuted in season 1. I apologize.
That's correct.
I
Thanks,
apologize.
thanks, Christian. It's okay. Hey, listen, nobody's perfect.
Hey,
I know, it's true. I certainly aren't.
Blue Fairy, you're trying to block it out of your
I
brain.
am trying to block
Yeah.
it out.
All right.
You know what
Yeah.
I think the Blue Fairy could do. All right, so we
Go
are
fuck
we
off.
are going to now go into round number 1, and round number 1 is going to work like the following. The competitors are going to get 8 questions, random categories here with 1 point
Random
apiece.
categories.
They will have 15
Where's
seconds to
the
answer
categories
question.
of
Write it on the whiteboard.
categories
Make sure you write
JTH
it first
knows?
and say it. Don't forget about your JTE rules as well as your challenges. With that, Ken, you ready?
I'm ready. Are they ready?
I'm going to ask the Founding Fathers. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wildberries, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
All right, I'm going to start out here. Here we go.
Wildberries.
The category
This
of
is
dramas.
real.
Which film directed by Paul Thomas Anderson co-stars Tom Cruise, Julianne Moore, and Jason Robards?
I think I have that one on VHS and DVD.
You did? You did both?
I just collect all formats.
Wow. Where's your laser disc?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Josh.
Don't know.
And Roka.
Magnolia.
Correct.
Oh.
Didn't have it.
No.
All right, Merle.
Magnolia.
All
Yes,
right.
Dewberry. Magnolia.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
so
we
2-1.
Can we
never know what Josh
can we
has
get
done.
some easy questions like who directed Jordan
All right,
Peele's
question
Us?
2 comes in the category of
Ben
action
Affleck?
adventure
No.
slash adventure. Who plays Princess Pepe in Shanghai Noon?
I would have went Pie Pie. I think you're right.
I watched a clip before to make sure I got it
Is that
right.
true?
Yep, I did.
believe you.
That's what a broadcast journalist does.
Well, that's what I don't do.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lucy
Pens
Liu.
down,
What the
pens
hell?
down, and Makuga.
Bei Ling?
No.
No.
Dan.
Michelle Yeoh?
No.
No.
Dewberry.
Nothing.
No. And Roka.
Lucy Liu?
Yes.
That is correct.
Ah!
Roka had it. Roka had
That
it.
was a
Lucy Liu is the
complete
answer,
guess.
And the outlaw last second comes up with that one.
Oh, Shanghai Noon.
Yeah, here's the next
Not
one.
Shanghai Nights.
No, Shanghai Noon. Here's the next one. Comedies. This is. Come on. Who plays the villainous arch enemy Dieter von Kuhn in 2010's MacGruber?
Oh, well, you saw a little bit of the wild coming
Yeah,
back up
yeah.
there.
Sorry,
Fantastic.
MacGruber?
Fantastic.
Yay.
South America.
I won't have to guess for this one.
3,
The guys
It is
are
Val
the
Kilmer.
biggest MacGruber.
1, and Dan.
3 seconds, MacGruber. Val Kilmer.
Yes. Dewberry.
Drawing a blank.
Oh, and Roka.
Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Oh.
And
Hey,
Josh.
cool off with a few Molsons. It's Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
All right.
But the founding fathers find themselves with a 3-point lead here.
It's all right. We got to come back on.
Right.
All right, come back coming, they say, from the Wildberries. Fourth question comes in the category of animated. What type of animal is the title character in the animated film Norm of the North?
Do you know that this is one of the best movies I've seen in the last 15 years?
It's not a real movie.
I've never seen it.
Clickbait! Clickbait!
Sounds like an episode
5,
of Cheers we never saw.
You just said Norm of the North is great. Clickbait! Clickbait!
Is it a Yeti?
Polar bear.
And this is Roka.
Ugh.
Dog?
No.
I'm gonna say moose.
Oh, and Dan.
A polar bear?
Yes.
Ah. Ugh. You
You
just said Norm of the North is great. Clickbait. Clickbait.
Keeping their 4-point lead. Okay, next question. Okay, next question is fantasy sci-fi.
It's a mild
Ugh.
lead.
That made me
sci-fi.
visibly
Fantasy sci-fi.
ill.
Name the 90s sci-fi adventure film that has a lead character called the Mariner.
All right, I would say it's a Seattle Mariner like recruitment video with Ken Griffey Jr. would
Yeah,
be
I was
what I
gonna
would
go. What's his name? 5. I can't remember. 4.
Randy
Jason.
Johnson.
3, 2, 1.
Stargate.
Please,
What the
and
hell?
John Roca.
Waterworld?
Yes. Makuga.
Waterworld.
Yep. Dan
Waterworld.
and Elliot.
Waterworld.
Everybody got it.
Oh.
Hey, they're there.
Apparently that was an easy question.
Still in it. It's only a 4-point lead by the founding fathers, and we've seen comebacks before with that. That's
Absolutely.
good. Next one.
Question six. Horror/thriller. Horror/thriller.
Skip this one.
All right, skipping this one. I'm kidding. Christian Bale is a factory worker who suffers from severe insomnia in what psychological thriller?
There's very intense competition.
It
going
is-
up there,
it's-
and it's intense.
it's
5,
It's mildly intense.
4, 3, 2,
American Psycho.
1. Pens down, and Josh Makuga.
I believe it's The Machinist.
That's
It is.
correct.
Oh.
Dan,
The Machinist.
That's correct.
Elliot,
The Machinist.
and
The Machinist.
yes.
All right.
Okay, still keeping that 4-point lead.
4 points. Though.
Apparently that one was easy too.
The next one. This is 80s movies. 80s movies.
The Blues
Who
Brothers.
starred as Mercedes Lane opposite Corey Haim and Corey Feldman in 1988's License to Drive. I love this movie.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you a little story about License to Drive. I lost my virginity to that movie.
Is that the truth?
It's the truth.
5, 4.
The whole one?
Well, he might not know the answer then. 3,
No, it didn't. Like the last
2,
8 seconds.
Michelle
1.
Pfeiffer.
Pens down, and Dan Merle.
Nicole Eggert?
No, Dewberry.
No idea.
No, Roca.
Heather Graham?
Yes.
Oh.
Heather Graham.
Yes, and look at that. Still that 4-point lead, though. It's still sticking to 11-7, the 4-point lead, because Roca hit it on that
my
one.
first car was a 1987 Toyota Celica, licensed to drive.
Did Josh
Thanks,
lose
Wayne.
his virginity at
Appreciate
8?
That was the reaction I was going for.
That's a weird one there.
Peanut gallery.
All right, final question in the round. Final question in the round. Eighth question.
Don't make me laugh when I got Pepsi.
So no bonus questions.
No one wants to
Famous
waste good
actors
Pepsi.
and actresses is the category. Famous actors and actresses. Which film was Will Smith first nominated for a lead actor Academy Award, aka Oscar?
Interesting question. And we're going to find out if they got it right in 5.
Cook is thinking.
4.
Dewberry writing.
3, 2.
Hell if I know.
1.
7 pounds.
Elliot.
Sidney Poitier.
He was never in a movie
He was
called
never in
Sidney
a
Poitier.
film called Sidney Poitier.
Roca.
Pursuit of Happiness?
No.
No.
Ali.
Yes.
That's correct.
Dan.
Oh.
Ali.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Kept that
Oh,
up.
Lee.
Lead, though.
4 points.
It's 12-8 in that
It's a
4
battle.
points.
It's a mild battle.
12-8. What a
Poitier.
battle, though. But yeah,
That's my partner right there.
Will Smith was in the biopic of Sidney Poitier, and I had not seen that
I mean,
film.
I kind of want to see that now.
Yeah,
I
I do
kind of want
too.
to see that now.
All right, so now we're
I
gonna
actually
round
started
number
out
two.
decent. Went
Round number
3
two,
for
they
4,
can
and then
spin the wheel.
the
If it
real
lands on a
JTH showed
category
up.
that they don't like, they can spin again, unless, of course, it lands on opponent's choice. They will have 6 questions in this category. 6 questions worth 2 points apiece, unless, of course, you go to multiple choice. They all have their
That first round went about how I
all
thought it
their
would.
Challenges left, and with that, the Founding Fathers have a 4-point lead. So I will ask the Founding Fathers if they would like to go first or second.
But Christian, let's also remind that today's match, wheel for today's match is sponsored by our Schmoedown patriot, Reefton. Reefton at patreon.com/Schmoedown.
Thank you, Reefton.
Sponsored wheel slices for today's matches are movie quotes and modern classics. Thank you.
Modern
Reefton.
classics,
Go to
which means
patreon.com/Schmoedown.
no one's
You will
gonna take
support also.
that.
Wheel slice for today's match was sponsored by one of our patrons, and that wheel slice is Kurt Russell. If we get that selected, we'll give you that name of that patron.
All right. So thank you, Ken. So with that, I will ask the Founding Fathers. Would you guys like to go first or second?
We're going to go second.
Second. All right. So
Putting the pressure on. Putting the pressure on. All right. What's
what are you trying to wave down?
We were just getting some free fills on our wine.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so, well, you
okay.
guys, while you wait for your wine,
I'm
also
sure
have a
you
chance
were.
to spin because they passed to you.
Okay,
so you guys,
cool,
you
cool,
go.
cool, cool,
So
cool.
spin from the wheel.
Go for it.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, Josh from the wheel, not the pegs.
You're a hell of a
please.
guy.
yeah? From don't
yeah.
break the pegs is what we're
Wheel,
doing. That's
not
the
the pegs.
That's the
Wheel of death.
Yeah,
Gotta
there you
pray
go.
to the wheel.
Nice mild spin.
that spin is definitely in there. Spin is definitely in there.
I would say, we don't need to be better than this. This is
No,
good.
no, this is
Oh,
good.
look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Coming right on.
Oh, they did it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
They did spinner's choice. Wow, the mild.
Look at
Got
the
to
categories.
be kidding me.
Are you gonna spin again? That'd be amazing. That would be incredible.
The 80s
Are you
is
gonna spin
sports
again?
Sports movies.
We're going to do comedy.
Comedy.
Oh.
Comedy is the category.
right.
Comedy is the
Thought you were
category.
gonna get sports movies there for a
All right,
second.
here we go. All right, 6 questions in the realm of comedies. Ken, go ahead.
All right, first question. In Undercover Brother, who played Conspiracy Brother?
Dave Chappelle.
All right,
yeah.
2 points. All right. What brand of chewing gum sponsors Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights?
Fruit stripe?
5,
4 and answer.
4, 3, 2,
Repeat the question.
it's 1.
What brand of
Is it
chewing
Fruit
gum
Stripe?
sponsors Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights? Look, they're mumbling and stumbling.
5, 4.
Double mint.
Incorrect for steal. 2 points.
Definitely wasn't that.
Big Red.
That's correct for 2
2
points.
points.
Oh.
Steal from the Founding Fathers.
That's big steal.
All right, all right. Third question out of 6.
Should have gone punch.
Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt's characters collaborate on an ad campaign for what sports brand in the 2000 romantic comedy What Women Want?
You want to take this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nike running.
That is correct. Nike.
Woo!
2 points there.
Specifically Nike running. It's a great movie. You guys should all check it out. Rom-coms are the best.
All right, fourth question. Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and what actor play drag queens in the 1995 comedy To Wong Fu? Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
John Leguizamo.
That's correct. 2 points there. 2 points there.
Impressive.
Fifth question. In Bridesmaids, what are the party favors being handed out to all the guests?
Golden Retriever puppies.
Yep,
That is correct. I didn't even need to finish it. Didn't even need.
And the crowd goes mild.
Puppies, it was too many puppies. Now that I look back on it.
All right, all right. We've got
Question 5, right?
questions. This is the final question.
This is the final question.
This is the final question here. In Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, what was the name of number 2's henchwoman that often seduces?
A lot of vagina.
She's got a unibrow?
I'm sorry, I could have sworn you said
5.
nothing.
4. 3.
Repeat the question.
Second
A
one.
lot of
Austin Powers'
vagina.
International Man of Mystery. What was the name of number 2's henchwoman that Austin seduces?
5.
Come on.
Choice.
Get it right,
Chrissy Galore.
baby.
B.
No.
Vagina. C. Brownie Shetitles. D. Ivana Moorhead.
A lot of vagina.
That is correct for a
There
point.
you go. Okay. So Wildberries find themselves up by 3 now after being
Who
down
would
by
have
4.
thought that?
Comedies was the right choice for them. The steal was pretty big, though. The steal was pretty
Big
big.
steal.
But now John Roca is now walking up to the wheel.
I'm not going near that wheel.
And Merle's staying away from the wheel, and now John's going to spin. John's going to spin from the wheel, and here we go. There's the spin. Yeah, Dan Merle has been hesitant. He did not have a good relationship with that
Dan?
wheel last
Dan's got to spin the wheel eventually.
Fickle mystery.
Of course, he
Gotta
had
spin it
digital
eventually
in New York,
now.
And there was no opponents or spinners, so Dan wants away from that wheel.
I like the digital
Coming
wheel.
back, it's
I
coming
think
back,
it's
it's coming back.
cool.
Oh,
coming
no,
back.
Look at this.
It's
Look
coming
at
back.
this. Look at this.
Right.
Look at
Oh,
this.
come on.
Look at this.
No. Woo.
Oh, they're sticking
You
with
wanna
Tim. They're
stay
sticking with Tim
Burton?
Burton.
I got it. Okay, Tim
I
Burton.
don't blame them.
That was.
Why
that
tempt fate
was
again?
something, right?
It was. It
That
was.
If
something.
I'd spun it, it would have landed.
Something.
A 1 in 12 chance, and it just flirts with it all the time.
Realm of Tim Burton. All right, guys, here we go. 6 questions. 6 questions in Tim Burton movies. This actress played Margaret Keane in Tim Burton's 2014 film Big Eyes.
Ava Green.
Amy Adams.
Correct for 2
Correct for
points.
2 points.
Okay.
You ask actress in a Tim Burton movie, it's usually always Eva Green.
This actress played Peg Boggs, Kim's mother, and Avon
Ava
lady
Green?
extraordinaire in Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands.
Probably not.
Kathy Baker.
It's incorrect.
Incorrect.
The steal for 2 points.
It's the woman from Picket Fences, right? No. Oh, wait. Mary Elizabeth Matheson.
No, it was Diane Wiest.
Diane
Oh.
Weiss.
No, but I love the
I can see the
excitement
face.
there.
She's so sweet.
All right, here we go. Here's the next question. Here's the next
Sweet?
question.
Like
In Tim
Pepsi?
Burton's Mars Attacks. What Slim Whitman song kills the Martians?
Yeah.
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Song of the Wild, B, More Than Yesterday, C, Indian Love Call, and D, The
Indian
Catalog?
Love Call?
Looks like it might be an educated guess here.
C.
That's correct
That's
for 1
correct.
point. Tie
1
game.
point tie.
All right,
Game.
here we go. Question
Halfway
4.
through.
Question 4, here we go. In Tim Burton's Batman, what is the Joker's real
Jack
name?
Napier.
Jack Napier.
That's correct for
That's
2
correct.
points.
And
Didn't
a
even
lead.
converse.
Number 4.
That
John
is
knew that
correct.
one.
All right, number 5. Tim Burton was a producer, writer, and production designer for this 1993
The Nightmare
animated
Before
film.
Christmas.
The Nightmare Before
That's
Christmas.
correct.
That's
2
right.
points.
That's right.
All right, 4.
That was
Number
kind of a
6.
This is
softball.
number 6, sir.
All right, number 6, here we go. Tim Burton received his first Golden Globe nomination for Best Director for this film.
Oh. Fuck, I don't know.
It's multiple choice.
A, Alice in Wonderland. B, Big Fish. C,
think it's
Edward
Sweeney
Scissorhands.
Todd.
D, Sweeney Todd.
I remember that got a lot of press.
5,
I think it's Sweeney Todd.
4, 3,
Sweeney Todd.
1 point.
Wow,
So
look at that.
5-point lead now. The
Wow.
Founding Fathers
I remember that was a big
won
deal when he got
4,
nominated for that.
5.
I'm guessing that
No,
it had to do with
Wildberries
that.
did very good there. The Wildberries did
Not
very
impossible.
good. 5
Yeah.
points. 5 points, and it's like the.
I just can't take it anymore. I can't do it. I'm done. The Wildberries are back. The Wildberries are back.
Oh.
The Wildberries have come back now.
Oh, we got some drink. Oh, look at that. Whiskey,
The
whiskey,
Wildberries
whiskey,
are trying to come
whiskey,
back.
whiskey, whiskey. Oh, whiskey, 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 whiskey. Drink, 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 drink,
The
drink,
Wildberries
drink,
hoping that this
drink,
brings them
drink.
back.
Yeah!
They're hoping it brings them back. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
Is this gonna say?
It's like that celebrity deathmatch gag. How much longer do you think this is going to go on? I'd say about a minute 23 seconds.
All right.
Wow.
So the Wildberries are back. The Wildberries are back, and now round number 3.
Enough of this Chardonnay out of a straw. I'm shotgunning it.
All right, round number 3. Here we go. Round number 3. The competitors will choose 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Steady.
Take your watch off.
Steady.
First one is worth 2 points. First one is worth 2 points. Second one is 3 points. Third one is 5 points. All right. The Wildberries have used 2 JTEs. They have 1 left. The Founding Fathers have all 3 of their JTEs and both challenges.
Congratulations, guys. Way to play the game well.
All right, Founding Fathers.
Dorks.
Founding Fathers, please choose 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Oh, well, 6 because...
Quiet. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Okay. 8, 2, and 15, please.
8, 2, and 15.
They pick 2. They win.
Well, too far in advance.
All right. And the Wildberries.
We were doing it while you were running around like a jackass.
3.
What was it, 3?
Cool burn, Dan.
3. Come on, let's go.
3.
Yeah.
9.
9.
21.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
It's not an option.
Cool.
50. 1.
1.
All right.
I like it.
3, 9, and 1 for the
3, 9, and
Wildberries.
1.
All right, so the Wildberries will go first and try to stay alive here against the Founding Fathers. All right, here we
8,
go.
2, and 15. I think
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you.
8.
I knocked the straw situation earlier for the Chardonnay, but it's actually a very effective way to consume a ton of Chardonnay.
That's how you get drunk fast. All right.
All right, well, here we go.
8, 2, 15, which, by the way, is the first day I started working with Dan Merle. That's why he chose it. That's why he chose it, right?
Happy anniversary,
All
Ken.
right.
Okay.
Here we go, guys. So you're going to start with your 2-pointer. Your 2-pointer is category number 3, and that's from scores and soundtracks.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Who wants that one?
No one.
Man, I fucking suck at that category.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, here you go, Josh. Who composed the score for 2009's Avatar?
Oh, shit.
All right. So there's like 3 people I know that make music. There's John Williams, James Horner, and Hans Zimmer.
And Michael
5,
McDonald.
And Michael McDonald, obviously.
4,
I know 3 more.
3,
Can't discuss with him.
2.
Oh, right. Hans Zimmer?
It's incorrect. The answer is James Horner. All right, so now we go to the 3-pointer. This is it has turned into the circus we thought it would.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
No. Pick the belt up. Pick the belt up. Pick it up.
Respect your anger.
Respect
Bring
the
it
belt.
back to me.
I'll do what I want.
Put it on the table.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to throw that. That's the champ.
Now I gotta get it disinfected.
I just had to span strike clean. You're fine.
All right, here we go. So now that.
Well-
Oof, okay. Now,
Well, that was a hell of a way to retire the belt.
Category 9 is Angelina Jolie. Dewberry, you cannot discuss with each other.
Cannot
here.
discuss.
I forgot that rule.
Here we go.
Three-point question.
Here we go. Dewberry.
You got a lot of things today.
Who stars as ex-Marine turned mercenary Terry Sheridan, working alongside Lara Croft to recover the mythical Pandora's box in Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life?
Fucking kidding me?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Can you repeat the question?
That's your last
Final
one.
one. Final one.
That's fine.
Who stars as ex-Marine turned mercenary Terry Sheridan, working alongside Lara Croft to recover the mythical Pandora's box in Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life?
Jotel Ejiofor.
5, 4, 3.
Michael Bean?
Gerard Butler was the answer.
Oh.
All right.
Butler.
So now
I was going to say Timothy Oliphant.
Gerard Butler's fucking interchangeable.
it's not over. It's not over here because
We
if
got
the
one more.
Wildberries hit this, it is tied and bounces back to the Founding Fathers. If they don't, then the Founding Fathers will have their second TKO. Here we go. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen is the category. Charlie Sheen
I'm
is the
pretty
category.
decent at that.
5
I'll just be like,
points.
Charlie Sheen was never in this movie.
5
Which is
points.
it?
All right, here we go.
It's like 9 million.
Charlie Sheen starred with Michael Bean and Bill Paxton in which 1990 military action film?
You guys can confer here with it.
You can't talk.
No, yeah, we can.
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
When did you change these rules?
4, 3,
Could be. Yeah.
2,
Platoon.
and you're
Ah.
by way of technical knockout, Dangerous Dan Burrow, John the Outlaw Road
Nobody even knows how to react.
Fathers. The
That-
answer was Navy SEALs.
Navy SEALs.
Navy SEAls, and the founding fathers.
Oh, I think I remember that film.
Oh wow, calling out corruption there right away. Calling out corruption.
You know, I respect John's passion. I respect Dan's passion. We'll be ready.
Dan carefully holding his championship, waiting to get sanitizer.
Yeah.
Maybe that belt polish that Sam Levine called back for.
Let's cut to the Wildberries after show. Welcome. Hey guys, we're the Wildberries. You guys just watched us take on these jagoffs. And
These ghouls.
listen, we're great people. If you guys want to buy some T-shirts, fantastic. You guys want to start drinking Chardonnay and Cabernet, we're all about it.
You can find all those things minus the drinks.
Go ahead and call the number down below. This is your official Wildberries after show.
You want to pick up the phone and dial tpublic.com.
Yep.
There you go. Thank you to the Wildberries for that one.
All right.
You call tpublic.com?
I actually
That's where
think
that works.
it hurt them when they transformed into the Wildberries.
You know what? I have to agree
Really?
with you there. It
Yeah.
seemed
They were
to
playing
change
well.
kind of their
Yeah.
dynamic. You saw that Makuga luck doesn't necessarily. It shows up, but then he whispers Horner. He says
He
to
had
his
it.
Horner.
He
He
had
had
Horner.
it right
He
there.
had Horner. He, said,
didn't
he
pull it up.
literally
They
said,
might have changed the
he
fortunes.
said, I think James Horner. And
Yeah.
then he picked
And
somebody.
then he picked
Hans Zimmer.
Zimmer.
So he had
What a
it. And
goof.
once again, the Wildberries playing really tough, and they were in this game the entire
were.
match. The
They
entire
were.
match. But this is what I said beforehand. When the founding fathers started to lock in, as the manager of corruption, trying to take the bias aside, you got to know that this is a team that looking down the other side of that table, it's a scary sight.
Yeah, look, they've got to go to Houston. They've got to win there. Do they look past double toasted and stare at corruption and get off their game? We'll find out. We'll see where that passion they can focus it in. You know.
All right, so now we are going to go behind the scenes here as we have Jen Sturger, who's with the Wildberries and the founding fathers. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with the Founding Fathers. Guys, first of all, is the belt okay?
I had it looked at by some medical professionals. It appears that we got lucky this time, so that's why I've got it back on my shoulder.
I'm shocked you have it back on your shoulder without disinfecting it, to be completely honest.
I think it has a couple things to sign off on it to make sure it was safe.
We had to use a lint brush to take all the hair off from
Oh,
Cougar.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But you have to give it to the Wildberries. They did hang in there with you guys. And to hang with two
Absolutely.
legends like you, I mean, it's no small feat, even for them.
No, absolutely. You know, it was a blast to play them. They're a tough team. You know, they changed characters midway through, everything possible to throw us off, but you got to give them respect. They hung with us. And we knew, we didn't look past them. We knew they were going to be a tough team. Makuga has won some incredible games in this Schmoedown, so you can't look past them. So, you know, it was a good match.
Yeah, we didn't play a flawless game.
Nope.
They played a really good game. There's no easy win. Even a TKO or a knockout in the Schmoedown, that's not easy. It's not easy to do. There's no easy game in the Schmoedown.
Absolutely, especially like you said, when you don't know what you're going to get from Josh Makuga on any given day. So, I guess all of the questions lead up to you're going to be playing Double Toasted in Houston. It's a big deal. But the ultimate goal, I think, is you're going to end up having to face corruption sooner or later because they've been calling you guys out. Any thoughts on that?
It's ironic that they would call us out, but I guess they also know that their victory was tainted in a piece of shit, and so they know they want to like really beat us. So I like that they're calling us out. I enjoy that.
I'm not going to go that far, but I will say that we're not worried that too much about corruption right now. Double Toasted. Not only are we playing in Houston, we're playing on their turf.
Yeah.
You know what they call it? They call that an away game.
Yeah, it is.
And when it's an away game, forget the favorites, forget leads. The crowd's going to be with them.
Yeah.
We're not going to be in the familiar environment. They're going to be in the familiar environment. That's what you have to focus on because trust me, I know. If you come out to somewhere, maybe you're not used to it, you get caught in the lights, crazy things can happen.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm worried about.
That's the thing that we have. We've played in live events, multiple live events. So we've got a little bit of experience. We're not going down there. We're not going to be blown away by the lights. But we're going down. We're doing it in a wrestling ring. And there's nowhere the Outlaw and the GOAT belong better than in a wrestling ring to win a match. So double toasted. You're about to get triple toasted, maybe quadruple toasted by the time we're done with you.
All right. Well,
Well,
I mean,
but before we go though, I saw Emma around, and I was wondering if she's able to. Emma, can you?
Sorry,
Is there
just got off
something-
the phone with Sam. What's going on?
Well, because we are playing Double Toasted in Houston.
Yes.
And we're very excited about that. We hope that we get the win. But should we come back from Houston, we'd be 3-1. I think, as John was saying, we've got some unfinished business with corruption. We were thinking maybe the collision might be a good time to settle this once and for all.
You know, I kind of like that idea. Definitely don't hate it. I'll see what I can do. Strongly leaning towards yes.
Good.
Gonna leave it at that.
Okay. That's why she's one of the best commissioners I've ever seen.
Thanks, Emma.
Best commissioner we've had yet. She understands the players and what they need, and she does what's best for business. Us against corruption.
I'm gonna get into
That's
that,
best for
though.
business.
I'll play him in the parking lot. It doesn't have to be at the collision. It doesn't matter to me. I'll talk into both of these mics. I'll play collision anywhere, corruption anywhere, but the collision, I mean, come on.
I'll play him in Chance's one-bedroom studio. That's what I'll play him. Hey, Chance, clean up. I'll come and kick your ass in there. Vacuum. Do something, for God's sakes. Throw away all those old fast food containers. I'm coming for you, kid. Bring it up. And Kalinowski, put the hair product on. We're going to come and whip that ass, too. Bring it. Here, Dan, I can't talk.
That's all right.
thank God. Oh, Wildberries.
Really tried.
You guys kept that very competitive, and then the wheels just kind of fell off in that third round after you transformed back into the Wildberries.
Well, here's the thing. You can only keep a larva in his shell so long before the butterfly comes out, right?
It was a real drunk butterfly.
Yeah, and that butterfly... Take it.
Butterflies, they fly out of that pupa quite angry. Quite a little bit uncoordinated when they get out there in the world spreading their wings. And, you know, Wildberries, they're
why
the
you stick
biggest
with
butterfly
Pepsi.
of all.
Yep. And Jen, man, we had so much confidence going this match. We thought this was going to be... You want some shark?
Are you drinking with a straw?
Yeah.
I was just trying to give everyone what they wanted.
Yeah.
Everyone's always like, oh, the Wildberries are too loud. The Wildberries are too mean. And I was like, I care about this fan base so gosh darn much that I decided to go mild with my match and got nothing but grief for it. So figure out what you want.
Did you want...
I
Did you
mean,
want the mild berries? Did you want the wild berries? Either way, we fought real friggin' hard.
And soft.
And mildly
too much
We
information.
fought on two fronts and lost both.
Has anybody ever heard of a movie with a polar bear called like Donnie in the North? What was that?
That's not a real
I
movie.
have,
It's like
sadly.
an animated movie on TBS on a Thursday.
That one was a plan.
It's TBS quality.
Look, guys, I was with you. I was with you even through the.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I was with you even.
Sorry.
It's a good look.
Good. Where are we going? Jen, you got a lot of volume in your hair these days.
Oh
It's
my
fantastic.
God, it's very flock of seagulls. Look,
Yeah.
I was with you guys through the whole yacht rock thing.
See?
I was on board,
We
even
love
though it was much more subdued version of you both, because you know I can get down with either way. But still,
That's what she said.
oh Josh.
Two men who can
But
do
look,
both.
all jokes aside, guys, what you did with the belt was look, it was a little disrespectful.
all
Like
right.
you don't understand. No, Josh.
All right,
you
wait,
don't
wait.
understand. I
Wait,
was
real
sitting
quick, real
backstage
quick.
watching this. The entire audience winced when you threw that belt.
And
I saw them
booed.
clapping and cheering.
Thank you.
They loved it.
Wait, let me.
They
real quick.
booed.
Disrespect is what these so-called champions have been doing with these belts, wearing it on their loser bodies. I'm sorry, I spoke out of turn. I don't want to go heel just yet.
Here's the thing.
Kayfabe, guys. Fuck.
I should have not thrown the belt. Did flossing the belt feel pretty funny? It was pretty hysterical. But it did throwing the belt, was that a bad look? It may
Oh,
Christ.
look.
Here's the commissioner.
Yeah.
All right, Bud Selig, what am I gonna get?
It was, yeah, you know, it was not a good look, Makuga. I'm sorry.
You have great hair right
Thank
now.
you
It's
very much.
fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
I must say, you have been a great commissioner.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
You know what? Like, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
and
I
we're
really-
big fans.
You know what?
He and I can't speak highly enough of Emma Fife.
I see what's going on here, and you know I love you, Josh Makuga, but
Not the color brown right now. It is glowing.
Sure.
Your presence.
Sam is very particular
Who?
about the
Sam-
belt, Sam Levine. And, you know, he and I sort of share commissionership over everything. I am the commissioner of the team leagues, but he is the commissioner of the singles league. And, again, very particular about the belt. I'm sorry.
Well, can I just say that Sam is a great commissioner.
Great guy.
Sure.
Fantastic beer.
Amazing work.
You're
And
not going to change anybody's mind here. I'm sorry, Josh. You are suspended effective immediately for 2 months.
What?
Well, your behavior was just sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. You lost the belt between your legs, dude. This is a family show. Sort of.
Oh.
What?
2 months. Oof.
Well, how about that?
Plenty
The
of time to
Wildberries
drink.
actually doing what the Wildberries do. It was complete chaos, and Jen Sturger, God bless her for being able to survive that hurricane. But
I
the big story
salute
there
you,
is
Jen.
The fact that Dan Murrell asked Emma Fife that, and this is what I was curious how you were going to react to. Now, Emma Fife says that if the Founding Fathers beat Double Toasted, they will get corruption at the Collision. So that is a big, and she doesn't know what the stakes are yet, but that's a big match if that goes down. So how much more exciting is Houston to you now?
It's the first time Houston as a city has been considered exciting for a lot of people, and I think we're excited to
Houston,
face them.
you have a
or
problem.
Maybe Double Toasted. Don't look past us. Don't look past us.
Well, either way, very interesting stakes now. Dan Murrell is the champion. He's gonna
Stakes? I
defend
don't know about
that
stakes.
probably in May
I'm
as
going
well,
to
too, and
I'm going to
Jen asked him
explain.
about that. So now we're going to get to the other things that are happening in the world of the Schmoedown, and that's obviously the website. If you're not checking all the articles, all the schedule, I get tweets all the time. What's the schedule? What's the updated schedule? The ranking?
Check the website. I plug the website every reaction.
Gianni is the managing editor over there, doing a phenomenal job with
Yes,
all
he
his
is.
writers, and it's something to check on every day. New articles go up on that site. The Schmoedown Rundown is the best it's ever been. That's right. Brad Gilmore, Frankie Janish, and Chris Clark are doing a great job over there. They have interviews with competitors. You can find that at the official Schmoedown audio podcast. You go to Apple Podcasts, get it there. All these matches will be in audio form, but the rundown is available every Saturday. Make sure you check that out. And finally, go to the schmoedownlive.com. We're coming to your city sooner or later, so go and see where are we the closest to you. Go get those tickets, the schmoedownlive.com. All right, join us on Facebook at the Schmoedown. Join us over at Twitter at the Schmoedown. Everywhere you can find Instagram at the Schmoedown. We will see you next time. And for the pit boss, Ken Knapsack, I'm Christian Harloff. Thanks for tuning in.
I know Sam's here somewhere. I saw his car parked outside. Sam?
Go!
Is this your office now or something?
No, I actually don't know whose desk this is, but there are some very upsetting pictures on this hard drive.
Yeah, listen, it's great that you're here, Sam, because you know you're not here a whole lot. Listen, I know you and I are kind of sharing commissionership of the Schmoedown. I'm in charge of the Inner Geekdom and of teams, and you're commissioner of the Singles League, but
You're doing a great job,
Thank
by the way.
you very much. But the thing is, Sam, is that you don't come in basically ever.
I mean, I may not physically be in the building, but, I'm still...
Well, he was at the free-for-all, but
I might
that's
think of myself
not
as, like, the big
that
picture
building.
guy.
Sure.
Where are we going to order from lunch that week? Or,
yeah, that's...
who needs a permit for their car for parking?
Parking permits. Yeah, this is Burbank.
You're not helping, Sam.
Wherever. There's lots of free parking garages. Anyway, the thing is, Sam, is we've been having some big things go down lately. Obviously, there was the whole incident with Josh McCouga and the belt and having to suspend him, and it might have been good if you were here. The point of the matter is I've got a lot on my plate. I am actually the commissioner of 2 leagues, and you're the commissioner of one of them, so I'm handling Inner Geekdom and teams, and if you wanted to contribute to the singles commissioner managing, which is what you're supposed to be.
I'm still commissioning the Singles League.
Are you?
Yeah. Have you not caught my Skype sessions? I watch all the matches, and Ellis, he always puts a little phone so I can actually see the matches as they happen live.
Great.
I mean, in fairness, I'm usually, doing other things, like, watching preseason baseball, but I do have
Preseason
the matches
baseball,
on
that was
in
a
the
month
background,
ago.
So, I mean, I see what's going down most of the time.
Yeah, also, in fairness, Ellis has been on tour doing stand-ups, so I'm not really sure.
That's why we haven't done one in a month.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not helping, Sam.
I look forward to your increased participation in
Hopefully.
commissionership of the Schmoedown.
Okay, I'm thinking Wood Ranch next week.
Thank you, Sam and Emma and Josh and Elliot and John and Dan and Christian and Ken and Jen and all other and the wine, the Cabernet and the whatever the hell else they were drinking. That was an interesting post-credit scene. Looks like we're in for a bit of a power struggle with Emma and Sam. I did see Sam at the free-for-all, so he was there. So I can't confirm or deny anything else that he's not involved in. But very interesting. So the pre-credit scene, I talked a little bit about that. The sooner that World's Finest gets back together, the better. I made my case on that. I thought it was going to hurt both Eric and Winston when the split happened. Sadly, everything that Schmoedown's been trying to do to build to something has gone completely the opposite of what they've been hoping for, I'm sure. So, yeah, it's better for the both of them if they just get back together and be a fun, entertaining team. Yes, the team division is stacked, but, the more teams, the better. You can't. More is more in this case. Come on. Work with me here. Now let's talk about the potential corruption Founding Fathers match. Christian talked about the stakes, that the stakes were pretty high. I'm not sure about that, really, because when you think about it, the Founding Fathers, they don't really have anything to lose with that potential match, and that's kind of where I'm a little torn on how this is going to work, really. I mean, record-wise, it'll work, but I'm curious as to what they'll do. This is a rematch, so you obviously would think the stakes would need to be raised. I know they'll probably end up making it like a #1 contender match, but honestly, I don't think that's enough. I think they got to do a little bit more to spice it up a little bit. Because in theory, actually, I just thought about something. I'm actually going to propose this. I'm going to pitch this idea. Nobody will see it. Nobody will know about it. So, oh well. In theory, I know they said that, Mike and Chance want this match. But honestly, I've never heard Mike openly say that he wants the match. And I think because Mike is obviously a very cerebral and, intelligent player, he's probably going into this thinking, why do we need to play Founding Fathers again? We already played a match. We won fair and square. We didn't cheat. What do we have to gain with another match with John and Dan? Literally, John and Dan would literally have nothing to lose in a rematch like that. Like, if they get the win, then they've avenged everything. It's funny, I'm wearing the Avengers shirt. But they would avenge their win from before. But even if they lose, even if Mike and Chance would beat them again, Dan's got that free-for-all title shot thing. They can just challenge for the team titles, and they can jump right back above corruption, and it kind of makes the match irrelevant. So it's like, if I'm Mike, specifically Mike, because I know Chance wants to play them, and that's kind of what the storyline is, but if I'm Mike, I would say no, this match ain't happening. We don't have any reason to play this match. We don't have any reason to play Founding Fathers again. We already beat them. We have everything to lose. They have everything to gain. We're not doing the match. Plain and simple. Now, the reason why I think this could potentially work is because they've been building up to this part. The part of this storyline that's been interesting, because from what they've been building, there's a lot of different ways they can go with this. But the general idea with this story so far has been based on one question. How badly does John and Dan want this rematch with corruption? Because they've basically been saying, we want this match so bad. We want to play them so bad and humiliate them. But I'm looking at this going, how bad do they really want it? Because they're not really risking anything for it. So if I'm Mike, what I would do is I would call them out on it. It's like, you want to play us so bad? Prove it. How about you put that free-for-all title shot on the line? Like you want to play us so badly, prove it. Like, how about you actually risk something? You say you want something so bad, let's see how bad you really want it. Put the title shot on the line, and then you can have us. See, like, to me, without something like that, like, the stakes have got to be really high for a match like this, because really, just with them just playing each other again, John and Dan literally have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. If they win, they avenge the loss. If they lose, they just cash in that free-for-all title shot and they jump right back above them. So it's like, I think there's got to be more to this match. I think there's got to be more to raise the stakes, because honestly, when the hero doesn't have anything to lose, it doesn't really add the suspense to it, because literally the bad guy has everything to lose in this situation. So maybe they'll find some way to potentially put that free-for-all title shot on the line. Simply, you say how bad you want it. Let's see how bad you really want it. So if it's just a straight #1 contender match, I would be kind of bummed with that, because, even if the Founding Fathers win, then they've split. Then it's 1-1. So the Founding Fathers would get a #1 contendership, even though they've split with each other. It's like, so you're saying the first match was less important? See, I think that's where this is going to be interesting. I think something more has to be done. They got to throw some other stipulation into this match to add a little bit more spice, especially if it's going to be at the Collision. But it is kind of a bummer, because I've been holding out for Founding Fathers versus Shirewolves, because I think that's what everybody wants to see. I think that would have been total box office for Collision, because you also, not only is it, two of the best teams, but you literally have all the major titles right now. Obviously, Dan could potentially lose it to Bibiani, which that match is coming up soon, but you potentially have all the titles in that match. Like, that is absolute box office. The situation that's monumental. That's a huge main event worthy match. So it's unfortunate that they're going to be going away from that and, setting up this second corruption match. But to me, I think just a standard match isn't going to be enough. And I don't think a #1 contendership is going to be enough either. I think they got to throw something else in there, like, to actually be at risk. Because, like, the more at stake for the heroes, I think the more suspenseful the match will be, and really adds the vendetta of, how much at stake is in for the good guys. Because right now, Dan and John they've got nothing to lose with a rematch. So maybe they'll find some way to incorporate that. Maybe they already have incorporated something with that, and we just haven't found out about it yet. But yeah. So that's my storyline pitch on that. I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to use it. I mean, I'm sure they've already got their mind made up on that. But yeah, to me, it's just, I think something little extra needs to be added to that match, because if it's just a standard #1 contenders match, I don't think that's quite enough. But overall, I guess I should talk about the match. The match was pretty good. Went pretty much how I thought it was going to. Founding Fathers win by TKO, and they get that win leading into Houston with Double Toasted. And I said that the Wildberries would be done. It looks like they might potentially be done. That's certainly not the way I was thinking it may happen, but Josh is now gone for 2 months. Who knows what Elliot will do, and if Josh comes back, they could very well be done, because, like, they're now 2-4, a very deep team division. What are they going to do when they come back? Is there really anything for them to do? And it kind of looked like they turned heel there for a bit. So who knows? I guess that will be a very interesting storyline to follow in the months to come. Well, I guess in a couple months. So yeah. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It's the right thing to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe to their content and to mine as well if you so choose to do. Follow me on social media at WWEJTH1 on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. You can join all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown stuff. You can check out the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown website, triviasd.com, as they alluded to. You can join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page, the Twitter page at the Schmoedown. And also, become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. It allows them to put on great live events like we just saw with Chicago and an upcoming show in Houston. And you also have the Discord page for any Patreon users for Schmoedown. So, lots of great content, lots of great tiers, lots of great perks for all this stuff. Great time. So, we'll head to tomorrow. Actually, it's, well, tomorrow when you all see this. But, so... Evil Geniuses versus Superhero News. It's going to be the reunited Evil Geniuses that I'm not particularly fond of. And Superhero News. We haven't seen them in a while, so it's going to be fun to see them play again. And I will see you then. So until then, this is JTH. Thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.